Anyway, so I guess the big lesson learned there is this is going to take hard work. So get to it, start reading, start writing. Housekeeping notes. If you guys need anything, I'll be really quick on this stuff too. I got 2 editors that I work with. If you know Zach or don't know Zach Scheit, he's our income guy. The benefit there is for writing for his stuff and everything. And again, this is stuff that any of you guys individually, I can tell you all this again. But Zach's one of the guys. Scott Bardelli wrote a really good promo called Canadian Social Security. If you haven't read it, you should. Zach, to this day, in editorial, references that promo. Like, that is the kind of thing that, like, Scott Bardelli, as the copywriter, can feel proud about. Because not only did he write a great promo, got 40, 50,000 names on it, but the editor of the product has been referencing his idea for 4 years. So again, that's something like, if you want to be proud of something, if you want to work with guys that are going to actually take your copy, like, I don't know many editors that will do that. They'll be like, oh, that's some fucking long, stupid thing that helps me get subscribers. Why can't we send them short copy? Why can't we get a, Zach gets it. So if you want to have an editor that works with you and something to be proud of, definitely work with that, with us and Zach. And same thing, we work with Alan Nuckman. Alan's, I call it the Alan Nuckman like trading barn or whatever. But we made 21 million or so gross last year from Alan Nuckman stuff. We have not had a copywriter other than Abaldo and Patrick, who's in-house with us, write a promo for Alan. That is an issue. And it's not an issue for me because we're still making money. It's an issue with like no one actually, I don't know, I'll pitch it to people, but if no one's coming to me and there's $21 billion that have been made, I think it's a problem. So look at what's working out there. Look at the idea that Alan's got extreme credibility in the market and we're going to go up market right now. He's going to be a way that you can write promos that work and get you paid in royalty stuff. Last little housekeeping notes. First up, this isn't a huge prize, but I'll give anyone $100 if they can get me every single promo that Abaldo wrote and published in the last 2 years. I want a swipe file that's just Abaldo stuff. Open challenge. It's only $100. And guess what? You're gonna get $100 and you're gonna read all of Abaldo's good promos, and he's fucking killing it. You should, and again, reading 40 promos a day, you should probably read 20 Abaldo promos a day, and then the other 20 can be something else. Because whatever that guy's doing, it's working. And I say that very quickly, but it works because he knows what he's doing. His cadence, his ideas, the way he gets stuff through legal. You should just read his stuff over and over again. So anyway, if someone wants to do that for me, give him $100. If not, I'll figure out how to do it. Patrick, you got t-shirts?
Oh yeah.
This is the good and the bad. We got 2 t-shirts. Guess who they're going to? Joe and Ryan. Patrick's had a lot of success. He works for me in my franchise. He wrote.
I was forgotten about the first time, so I'm not sure I should say it.
Hey, we've had these things. We had to make a fanfare for you, all right? Patrick wrote not only the book, the Big Book of Income, that he co-authored with Zach, but he did most of the hard work, heavy lifting there. He also wrote the promo. So he always has this like phrase where we're like, that's hot copy. That's hot copy. So guess what? That's hot copy.
Did you get an extra small?
No, dude, we got a regular small.
Standard small.
Thank you.
Yeah. That form fitting.
Gotta be the XL on it. Standard out.
Oh. We can get you whatever size you need. Anyway, if anyone writes, I know right now we're in this world where you guys are gonna get you're digging for ideas, trying to find promo ideas. I don't know if other guys have told you, but we'll take any releads that anybody wants to do. So obviously you guys are writing some lift notes here and there. We've got a lot of products that can use releads. That will be an easy way for you to earn one of those shirts. If anyone can pull in 1,000 front-end names on a relead for us, which is somewhat very doable for releading our book promo, or we have some of Alan Nuckman's back-end products. If you can get 500 grand in the door on a back-end relead, Robert Braddock's already got one in. They just filmed it yesterday, so that's going to be something that goes out of the gate. And we've had releads for some of our promos that have done over $2 million. So again, all you have to do, copy's never easy. This is. All you have to do is write 3 pages that is a very good pattern interrupt, throw it on top of the existing copy, and you can easily probably make 500 grand. And you're gonna get a cut of those royalties, and you'll get a t-shirt. So.
Someone's cell phone is ringing.
Ooh, dunk it.
Does anybody need to get this? San Francisco? No? No one wants to own up?
Anyway, that's all I got. You guys are in a very unique spot, and depending on where you are in your careers, there's a lot of opportunity here. Just don't. I'll be the one voice reason. I know there's that whole lifestyle, like, oh man, I can write copy, I can live on the beach, I can do whatever. I would urge you guys all to have the opposite mindset. Just start doing work. Start doing work. Start reading more. Start writing more. If you read more and write more than everyone in this room, you're probably gonna do better than that.
Thanks, brother. Okay, so we're going to teach a lesson. Part of the reason that we ask for the cell phones in there is for no distraction. So, I can't even crack this fucking thing.
Tech smasher.
I can't even crack it. Anyway, that was our pattern interrupt to get started. That's today's lesson, right? Is pattern interrupts. And if I could have broken it, I was trying to fake you guys with the cell phone, and I can't even break the fucking case now. So it didn't really have the effect. That wasn't the pattern interrupt we were going for. I was trying to smash it.
Well, it was weird, so that worked.
Yeah, it was weird.
I thought you broke it.
So today what we wanted to talk about, pardon me, because I don't have a voice right now. As we've been saying the last couple weeks, your big idea is the most important thing that you can have. Your big idea is the most important thing. The second most important thing after your big idea is what we're going to cover today, which is how do you interrupt someone's day and get them to pay attention to you in a very busy, crowded world, right? So you just listen to what Rich just said. Rich is waking up at 4. He's at his job site at 6, which, by the way, how many people know what Mount Weather is? It's like a secret government hideout. There's 2 secret government hideouts. There's Raven Rock, which is the military government hideout, which is if shit hits the fan, if there's a nuclear attack, basically all the military, top brass in the military, go to this secret underground bunker called Raven Rock. Mount Weather is this secret civilian government hideout. It's pretty wild. So that's wild that he worked there. You guys should Google. There's been a couple promos written about Raven Rock and Mount Weather. But that's an aside. So you're looking at Rich, right? He's getting up at 4 o'clock every day. He's getting to work at 6 o'clock. He's coming home. He's dealing with whatever's going on at home, with his wife wanting a bigger house or whatever that might be, or fixing up the place. He's a busy dude, right? He's not sitting there, like Matt said, he's not sitting there and he's not thinking, I really need a newsletter. So once you have a big idea, you need to interrupt Rich's day and get him to pay attention to you, right? So he's sitting there on Fox Business. You need to do what's called a pattern interrupt. Rich has certain patterns in his life that he will follow. He gets up. He probably has coffee relatively around the same time. My guess is he may stop at a Dunkin' Donuts, or he may make breakfast in the morning. Maybe he ends up at Mount Weather at 6 o'clock. You need to interrupt that pattern, and that's what today's about. So just to make sure that this is a clear point, this does not matter if your idea isn't good. Does everybody get that? So starting from the foundational idea, your idea needs to be a breakthrough idea.
So
when you have it.
Talked about before, like your lead is the expression of your big idea. It's the expression of the extraordinary idea.
So we wanted to play you guys a clip here, which I'm going to lean over if you don't mind. That is my favorite quote about writing copy ever. And unfortunately, it comes from Kevin Spacey now. like there's like fucking 10 actors in the world I didn't want this quote to come from, and he's one of the 10 now. Great. And he said my favorite quote. But how many people have seen the movie Seven?
It's a great movie.
Okay, most everybody. Let me set the stage for if you've seen it, but you may not remember this scene, or if you haven't seen it, let me set the stage. So Kevin Spacey in this movie is this terrible serial killer, and he's committing these terrible, terrible acts in the most egregious of ways to kill these people based on the 7 deadly sins, you know, greed and envy and all that type of stuff. So finally, his name is John Doe in the movie. At the end of the movie, they catch him, and it's Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman in the front seat, and they catch John Doe, and they're driving him to the final scene of the final crime, which he tells them he'll drive them to a body that has not yet been discovered. And they're interviewing him while kind of teasing him and getting underneath his skin while he's in the back seat. And Brad Pitt is basically saying, like, you know, you could have just killed people. You could have just walked up and shot people or did whatever other things killers do. But instead, you committed these most egregious acts. Why did you commit these most egregious acts? And this is what Kevin Spacey says. This is my favorite quote about writing copy in 2018.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention.
I'm gonna play it again.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention.
And I'm gonna play it once more.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention.
Okay, write it down. Who can say it?
Wanting people to listen, you can't tap their shoulder anymore. You have to hit them in the face with this sledgehammer.
Yep. Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them in the face with a sledgehammer, and then you'll know you have their strict attention. That's what you need to do in whatever many words that is, 22 words or something. That's what you need to do to interrupt Rich's day. That's what you need to do to interrupt Grandpa Kurt's day. When you have an idea, you cannot tap them on the shoulder anymore. The idea and the days of writing headlines that say make a lot of money in stocks are over. That's a tap on the shoulder. You need to hit them in the face with a sledgehammer, and only then will you have their strict attention. Does anyone not understand what that quote means?